Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at my first Great League battles using the 30-second timer and showcasing a few fun Pokemon that I really enjoy that I think will help you out as well. One being the main showcase, I think, is going to be Shadow Venusaur here. We've seen this before, but we're going to bring it back, as well as looking at a slightly XL Purified Sableye with Return, and then we have our standard Azumarill, and then we're going to be also using a Talonflame with this Community Day move. So the uploads have been a little bit slower lately. I've been still getting them up, but I'm just going to tell you I've been dealing with just taking care of personal business, nothing crazy or nothing. And then today I took care of my taxes and personal things, just getting out of the way here. And then we're going to get back to our regular uploads. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at all these battles here. I had a blast. Shadow Venusaur is still amazing. Of course, we already know Azumarill is just that standard tank that you can use to protect Pokemon that you are trying to test out, or just have it on your team to be a tank for you. So the Sableye, amazing. So they're going to be swapping here into their own Sableye. We're going to just farm them down, hold our energy. They're going to be bringing back Bastiodon. We're just going to keep farming. We are over 100 energy, but we don't need to release our energy. Now that we see the last Pokemon here, we're going to be able to go for that foul play, and it is going to be a Medicham. We're going to go ahead and just swap into our Venusaur to get off the Frenzy Plant. And we could have technically just kept going with the Sableye here, but I wanted the Venusaur to get more farm. Maybe I could have got to another Frenzy Plant, not quite, but we're just going to throw that Sableye right back in here and go for that foul play and taking the win here. Looking pretty good. So the 30-second switch clock in the Great League, is it different to the Open Master? Well, definitely. Definitely different plays here, and we're having some fun with it. So for the next battle, we're met with an Alolan Ninetales with Powdered Snow. This is horrible for us here. At the same time, we are going to threaten them with using a shield because we do hit so hard and it will KO them. They're going to be using their shield there. We're going to swap into our Talonflame. We are a shield up. Technically, maybe should have built up to almost 2 of these Brave Birds here. But we're just going to go ahead and throw it right off the bat. I don't even care. And now what I'm thinking at this point is go ahead and let the Talonflame go down. Come in here with the Venusaur and farm down. Then we're going to have a bunch of energy ready to go. We could go with the Sableye. They're going to be retreating back into their Ninetales here. We are going to use our first shield and threaten them with another. Oh man, yeah, this was an unfortunate situation here. So Powdered Snow generates energy so fast. So we're going to be forced to use 2 shields here because of what I want to do is have them use all their shields, but they're going to let it go down. Very interesting here. We're sitting here shieldless, bringing in a Medicham. If they want to catch with their Azumarill, that sounds good to me. We're just going to go ahead and throw that Frenzy. Throw in the Sableye instantly here since shields are down. In comes the Sableye, and we hit the foul play. And this is going to be not very effective, but it is going to be enough to take out that Azumarill. And in comes the Medicham. We are shieldless here, and doesn't really matter because that's going to be the most damage that they actually can do to us with that Ice Punch there. And we're just going to go ahead and throw another foul play and comfortably take the win here with our slightly XL Sableye here. Now, you probably want to invest in a Sableye that does have lower attack so you can get the most potential out of it. For me, I don't care. I just went with this one and it has Return. So we are met with another Ninetales, but this time around it does have Charm, and this is actually going to be obviously a much better situation. 1, because you resist Charm with the Venusaur, and 2, it takes a while for them to actually get to a charge move here. So we did get 1 shield out of them. If they want a double shield, that would be fantastic. We're going to probably want to switch right after this if they do double shield into the Talonflame. And we're going to just build up energy here. They're going to be swapping into an Umbreon. And we did hit that Flame Charge, but they're going to be able to get off their charge move first here. And then we're obviously going to go for a Brave Bird. Oh, no. It looks like I wanted to hit the Flame Charge, but we reconsidered that. And we went for the Brave Bird. The game actually allowed us to do it. So that's great. And they're going to be swapping into their Ninetales to catch a Flame Charge. Sounds good to me. Able to take out that Ninetales there with the Charm, which would have threatened the Sableye. Sableye still doesn't want to go up against the Umbreon here, so that's where the Venusaur is going to come back in and take control. We do have 1 shield left, so if they get to a charge, we can shield this up. Now we just need to be careful of them swapping into something here or catching. Looks like that Umbreon is going to be staying in the fight, and we're simply going to hit this, take them out, swap, and there is going to be another Medicham in the back. Pretty crazy that we keep running into this. I never really see Medichams too often, but we are right now. It sounds good to me because Sableye does put in some work going up against it here. And again, Ice Punch is our threat. Look at that. Psychic's really not doing much, and we're taking the win there. Fantastic. On to our next opponent. having a blast with this team and having some fun in the Great League. We're met with an Abomasnow, non-Shadow. We're going to instantly swap into our Sableye here. We're still going with the Talonflame. We're going to be switching it up to a Azumarill later down the line. We didn't want to go into our hard counter, in which they're going to be going into Pelipper, doing a ton of damage with our foul play. Now, I was expecting Weather Ball, so we're just going to go ahead and let this go through. It's still doing a lot of damage, but now what's going to happen is they're going to shield this up and then farm us down. And both the Pokemon we have in the back don't really want to see this. We can absorb a Weather Ball with the Venusaur, which is what we're going to do here because, well, Talonflame's super effective. Still going to hurt us because Shadow Venusaur is pretty squishy. Getting a little farm and up on the shield here. They're going to be going into that Abomasnow. We're instantly swapping in our Talonflame. And their final Pokemon is going to be the Galarian Stunfisk. So they are down a shield and we are up 2. We can pull this off. We just have to take out this thing. The Abomasnow is going to put on some pressure with those Weather Balls because of neutral, kind of neutral because of the flying, right? And then the fire still hurts us. Nonetheless, we need to shield up all of these rock slides and we're perfectly fine. They're going to be swapping into their Abomasnow to throw a energy ball here. That sounds good to me, and we're just going to go ahead and farm down and take the win here. Looking good. Maybe that was a misclick, but nonetheless, it happens in good game. We're met with a Medicham for our next battle with the Venusaur, and we will be leading with Venusaur in the lead the entire time. For sure. All right, so we're just going to go straight for the Frenzy Plant. We need to look out for the Ice Punch, but yeah, we're going to be able to do a lot of damage. If we get a Frenzy Plant through, that thing's pretty much gone. Same with us for the Ice Punch. They're going to be catching a Frenzy Plant with their Umbreon, which sounds good to me. Still does a ton of damage. Look at that. And what we're going to do before we retreat is actually gain some energy on the Venusaur. We have a Frenzy Plant ready to go. Throw in the Talonflame here to absorb the foul plays. They are going to start adding up here, and we're going to see another one. That's fine. We're still going to be able to put on some pressure with the charge move here. They're not going to be able to take us out quite yet. Going for the Flame Charge. We don't want to lower our defense too much right now. And we're connecting. They're swapping into Medicham, and that's perfectly fine with me. They are locked right now, so we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Sableye. They're going to see our last Pokemon here. And remember, we do have energy on our Venusaur. And it does have a decent amount of health. It is very squishy, but we're going to be able to get in there and hit something very hard. Going for the foul play, taking out that Medicham. In comes the Umbreon. We're going to be instantly swapping, getting a little bit more energy. And they have a Ferrothorn in the back. We're going to be going for that Sludge Bomb here. It's not very effective, but I'd rather go for the Sludge Bomb than the Frenzy Plant, which is going to be even more resisted by the grass and the steel. So they're going to be going for that charge move there and doing some decent damage. We're able to actually get to another Sludge Bomb, which is great. And now we're going to be able to go in here with the Sableye. And I think we may want to shield this up because it could be a Power Whip, which would do a ton of damage. They're swapping. We're farming them down. Look like they're trying to catch, and then they do back out, and we take the win there. See, the thing about Shadow Venusaur is it just puts on the pressure. It does so much damage. And we've talked about it before, but even going up against an Alolan Marowak, it's just going to take 2 frenzies. Good night, sleep tight, Alolan Marowak. It forces them to shield. So we're met with a Galarian Stunfisk for the next match here, and I feel comfortable in this. Kind of have to count. I mean, if they build up to an Earthquake and go for a Rock Slide, I mean, you know, you're just going to have to deal with the fact that you shielded up a Rock Slide. Just playing it safe. So we're going to have to call this or let it go. We're going to call it. They double baited us here. So we are down both shields. And they have 2. We're not looking great. Building up to 2 Frenzy Plants. I do believe we're going to get both shields right off the bat here. They want to definitely keep that Pelipper protected. And I do think, yeah, we still have Talonflame. Not good. So we're just going to go ahead and swap into our Sableye here. And they're catching a foul play with their Azumarill. Wow. I must say that was a very, very, very nice catch. And now we're in a kind of a sticky situation here. They're building up a lot of energy, even allowing us to get to a return, which was very confusing. And they're very low on their health here. So I think I want to like swap into my Venusaur and take them out before they can get off another thing. Or, okay, never mind. They're going to swap into their Pelipper and take us out before we can get off a charge move. So what are we going to do here? Weather Ball is going to destroy us, but we're going to have them use their energy. So here's the game plan. We have them use it up. We're going to go in here with Venusaur after we put in some work. And hopefully catching a Weather Ball here. And we still have that Azumarill in the back and taking us down. There were some invisible quick moves we didn't see, but the Talonflame is able to take it down, guys. Watch. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk, and this is where I screwed up. I should have just quick moved it down. I was afraid I was going to get a Rock Slide in. In comes the Pelipper with like 1 HP in a dream. And down we go. Well-deserved win there. That was a very nice battle. Had a good time with that one. All right, a little frustrating. It was like so close. Anyways, into the next fight here. We're met with probably one of our worst leads, which is going to be an Altaria. And I just happened to test out a Vigoroth. This is just a little wild card here that I was just having a little fun with. And they're going to be going into their Politoed. And we're just going to go with the Body Slam here with our Vigoroth. Vigoroth is such a good Pokemon, especially with this switch time deal. So it can spam, get in, get out, do what it needs to do. If it has a bad leads are another thing too. So they're going to be going back into their Altaria, which sounds good to me. We're just going to go into our Sableye here. We're going to be both locked. And something very odd happens. And it's funny because we're going to have a follow-up battle, which I kind of do the same. So they quit here. I don't know, maybe they're just going to get countered. Or I don't know. So good game, I guess. All right. So if you're wondering, why would they do that? Well, let me show you. So we have a horrible lead, Shadow Mawile. Let's go. Very nice trainer over there. I see you. We're swapping and they're catching. I'm like, man, they just got me in every corner. I don't even want to waste your time anymore. I would love to entertain this battle, but you definitely got me here. So I'm just going to back out. They got me. It's over. I mean, I could have tried to play around it, but that just straight up hard countered me. Good game. Nice Shadow Sableye getting a secured win into a next battle. And we have one of the best leads we can have, Shadow Swampert. They're going to be going into a Medicham. And, this is just, good hard counters here. So let's see if we can play our way through all this. With the, did we have Talonflame still, or did we actually switch it up to the Azumarill now? Going for a Power-Up Punch. Oh, we got the Azumarill. So the Azumarill is going to be on our team for the remainder of the video, and we're just going to have a little fun with that. So they're going for another Power-Up Punch, and we're just farming them all the way down here. In comes the Swampert, and now we're just doing bonus damage at this point. We're definitely not going to swap. There'd be no point. They can't really farm like super amounts of energy. They can, but we're just going to eventually wither them out. And they're going to have to keep using shields here, so they're going to be forced to throw. And we're obviously definitely going to let this Sableye go down here. We're just going to go in with our Venusaur. And they're going to instantly swap. And I knew that was going to happen, so we don't even really see the Venusaur. And I just go right into the Azumarill, so we're both locked. Now, this specific battle was actually getting pretty close. I felt pretty comfortable still within it. Not like I was going to lose certainly, but I really needed to keep this Azumarill safe. So they're going to swap into that Swampert here. And now we're absolutely going to shield. This is going to be a Sludge Wave for sure. Oh, never mind. I take that back. Just a Hydro Cannon. But they still get a shield out of us. That Skarmory is going to try to do some stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this Sky Tag. Our final shield. Getting off this Ice Beam here. And wow, this is... So they shielded up. We get to another Ice Beam. Beautiful. Okay, simple. And we're going to be able to... This is not going to quite KO. And there we go. All right. Sounds good to me. So Shadow Venusaur is definitely worth investing. Do you want to use your Elite TM right now? I mean, if you want, if you have the resources, if you don't mind, it's fun. But you can just use your regular Venusaurs, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw the Sludge. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to catch their Sludge with our Sableye. Oh, you'll love to see that. Not very effective. Come on. Oh, right. It is a Sludge. Beautiful. So we're expecting a Frenzy Plant. We're going to have to use a shield, so we are kind of a little bit at a disadvantage. Well, not a disadvantage, but that Venusaur is sure putting in work here. So we're just going to go ahead and throw the Foul Play. And we're getting both shields out of them, so that's great. I think we're definitely going to let this go down. Please tell me. Okay. And we come back in here with the Venusaur, and come on, get to the Sludge. Oh, yes, that is so perfect. If we would have used a shield, all that would have been for nothing. So we are coming out of this with a shield, and that is why we did all that. But they're going in with the Talonflame. Shieldless here, so we got to look out for the Brave Bird. I was expecting that, but I let it go through. That's fine. They're going to retreat into a Toxicroak, and we do have Play Rough, which is going to do neutral damage because of the poison typing here. And I think I swap into the Venusaur to catch this. We're expecting a Mud Bomb because they wouldn't throw a Sludge Bomb with all that HP. Oh, that is so beautiful. Farming them down almost. Not quite. They're swapping. We're going to be able to get off this Sludge Bomb, which is going to do a ton of damage to that Talonflame. And we beautifully pulled this off here, going in and bubbling them down, and then bubbling down the Toxicroak. Oh, man, that was a good one. That was a good one. Into the next battle here. Met with a Azumarill. Finally, like, seriously, other than the Swampert, let's go. So they're swapping into their Galarian Stunfisk, and I just instinctively throw in my Azumarill here. Maybe could have went with Sableye. Maybe. And we also don't have Hydro Pump. But what we could do out of this battle, alright, they're using a shield, is potentially come in and farm with the Venusaur, but let's see, this is an Earthquake. Okay, just a Rock Slide, so that's great. Oh, they're swapping into their own Azumarill, and we don't throw the Ice Beam. We go for the Play Rough. Very nice. That could have been, you know, some decent damage difference there. And we're swapping into our Venusaur here. And we're going to get off this Frenzy. They go down. We're still holding on to 2 shields. Coming in with the Galarian Stunfisk here. And I do believe this Venusaur is going to sweep and take control here. Watch the power. So we're going to go ahead and go for another Frenzy Plan. My gosh, this thing is so OP. And we're getting their final shield. Swapping into the Azumarill to kind of just put on the pressure. They do have a Politoed, which, wow, do you see the sweep incoming? Oh, I sure do. We still have a shield. They have 0. Looks like they really want to get some energy before this Azumarill does go down here. And they're going to go ahead and throw that Weather Ball, taking us out. Going in with the Venusaur here and swapping into the Sableye to catch whatever they're going to throw at us. Sableye, sorry, buddy, you're good. But you could sure take an Earthquake quite nicely. Wow, that was great. Could have went for the charge move, but we didn't. We just want to kind of save that energy here. And we're just going to go ahead and throw it right now. Looking good. Sableye is going to be able to take the win. I think I swap. All right. I don't know why I did that. I didn't need to do that, but good game. And moving on to our next opponent here. Got a decently long video, almost like a 30-minute battle video here for you guys. And we're met with a Azumarill, another great lead. They're going to be swapping into Galvantula. Now, this thing could be pretty troublesome for my team. Venusaur does take a lot of damage from Lunge. So does Sableye. And then the Discharge is going to be doing a ton of damage to Azumarill. So, kind of a problem for this team here, but we can still handle it. Let's see how this works out. All right, expecting another Lunge, of course. We're going to go ahead and let it go through. Stupid damage. I mean, man, that thing is strong. I know it's squishy, but man, the damage output's insane. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Frenzy. Getting 2 shields, they really like to keep this thing alive. They've really realized, hey, I'm going to be able to take out the whole team with this thing. Let's go ahead and protect it. And we're going to go ahead and swap into our Azumarill here to unfortunately just take some damage. Maybe a Lunge to lower our attack for the next Pokemon. Yep, exactly. In comes their own Azumarill here. A shieldless battle. So here's the game plan. We have to really pay attention to their energy here. And once they do release it, then we're going to have to come in with the Venusaur and try to put in some work. So they got to a Play Rough. Now we want to swap here. Beautiful. They're going to swap. We're farming them down. And I'm not going to say we've won, but I see a Medicham. So resisted damage from counter. They're shieldless. We have a ton of energy, building up even more so we could be ready for that Azumarill in the back. So taking them out. In comes the Azumarill, able to get to another one, and Shadow Venusaur sweep. Let's go. How satisfying. It was so fun. Love using this thing. Looking good. On to our next opponent here. Let's see what we're going to be met with this time. Are we going to have a bad lead? Altaria. A Stunfisk. Galarian. That's okay. Earthquake will KO, so we need to be careful. But this trainer decided to throw as soon as they got to Rock Slide, which assured that I will win this battle. Because now we know what to shield. We can let the first one go through. We don't have to worry if it was Earthquake or getting baited there. And this is obviously going to be a Rock Slide. And we will be able to outpace them. That's basically what's going to happen here. So they're swapping into a Jump Bluff. We're going to go for the Sludge Bomb here, expecting a shield. Yep. And we're going to go ahead and swap into Sableye because, well, Azumarill doesn't really want to see that too much. Now, their shields are down, I do believe. We could have went in and went with the Ice Beam. They probably would have swapped, but I'm just going to continue to carry on here with the Sableye, doing some decent damage, expecting them to swap after they get off this charge move here. I think I may shield up, holding on to our energy, going for Aerial, swapping into Pelipper, and we're going to go ahead and go for that Foul Play, and then swap into our... No, swap into our Azumarill. Okay. Hurricane, obviously, is what they're going to hit us with because shields are down. And there it goes. Azumarill can just still take that like no problem. In comes Jump Up, and we're able to get to the Ice Beam. We'll KO. And then the Venusaur can clean up here, I do believe. Well, we're going to... This is a Weather Ball. After they throw this, I think we may want to swap into our Venusaur here. Okay, or not. Completely opposite. We're just going to go for an Ice Beam on that Stunfisk when they do swap. And still carrying on here. They're going to farm us down. What am I doing? No, okay. Woo. Okay, I guess this works. We made it to the Ice Beam, but they're throwing their energy. So they're energyless. So what we'll do is go ahead in here with the Venusaur. And they're farming us down. Oh, boy. Is this another Pelipper? Oh, the Venusaur! What did we do there? Did we throw in the Sableye to try to catch a charge move, but it didn't happen? But they get to a Rock Slide anyways. Wow. This switch clock is confusing me. All right, into the next battle here. And we have a Berserker. So I laughed. I was like, it's a good Pokemon, but you know, they're probably thinking, yeah, Steel type will resist it, which it will, but this is a Shadow Venusaur you're messing with here. So we're going to go ahead and shield that up and go for our Frenzy. And let's see if they let it go through. Oh, they're not very effective. Yeah, exactly. It's not very effective. Don't worry about it. And we go with the Sableye and take them out with their energy. Man, looking good. In comes a Altaria, which is kind of threatening to the team here. Well, I mean, never mind. We have Azumarill now. I was thinking we still had Talonflame. And we're going to go ahead and let this go down. Unfortunately, not able to get to that foul play. We hit it, but not quite getting it off. In comes a Medicham here, and Venusaur just keeps seeing these Medichams, and it's putting that smile on his face and says, yes, put me up against those fighters, let's get it. So I think we do let this go, and it's just a Power Punch. Oh my gosh, such a good call. We're able to get to another Frenzy Plant. That's huge. We were looking really good anyways with the Azumarill. But now we're going to farm down and they're shieldless, and yep, they're going to back out. We take the win. We just would have hit the Ice Beam there, and you already know the rest is history. On to our next opponent here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. A good lead, a bad lead, or normal. Oh, this is one of the worst. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and swap into, well, like I said, actually, we have the Azumarill now, so it's not too bad. They're bringing in their own Azumarill. We're going to go ahead and go for the Return. This is one of the main reasons why Return is so good, is specifically the Azumarill matchup. You do a ton of damage. This trainer knows better. They shielded it up and go for a play rough. That's fine. I kind of had this in mind. We're just going to go in here with the Venusaur and put it in some work. If they want to use another shield here, hey, by all means, go ahead. They let it go down. Okay, good call. Coming back in here with the Altaria. We're still holding on to 2 shields. And this is going to put on a lot of damage, letting it go through. And unfortunately, I was trying to swap if you saw that there, but we're not fast enough. And we have to burn a shield on this. And I decide to gain a little more energy. They go into Meganium. And, you know, I would love to try to play my way out of all kinds of situations and be positive about it. I'm still positive, but honestly, this is a game over for us. We're not winning this, but I just decide I think I just play it all the way out. Just to see. Maybe I could have caught something there. No, okay. Going in and doing a Sludge Bomb here and seeing if I can pull some sort of magic off. And I'm going to show you it could have maybe worked. Watch this. So we go in with our Azumarill here and we don't throw. Right after this, they're going to swap, I figured, so much. And look, I tap on the Ice Beam. Oh, but they're able to get to their Frenzy Plant. That would have KO'd. We maybe would have been able to get to another Ice Beam and then won. So I guess, you know, it's always worth staying in the fight. You never know if you could pull it off there. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent. Oh, beautiful. There you go. There you go. They're staying in and getting a little bit of energy and swapping into an Azumarill. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. I think I swap into my own Azumarill. Actually, yeah, never mind. We got the shield out of them, putting on some pressure. We have play rough, so I feel comfortable in the situation here. Going, okay, maybe they're trying to get a shield there. I was still to this moment, I'm trying to think of what that was for. Maybe a bait. So they're going back into their Swampert, and we're just going to go Venusaur here. And yeah, it's going to be real rough if you have a Swampert and an Azumarill on your team and you run into a Venusaur, Shadow or non-Shadow. But they have something to protect themselves on the back, very much so. And yeah, that's definitely going to help you against grass with that Steel and Flying. We're just going to go ahead and go in here with that Sableye and start throwing these foul plays. And doing some... so they let that go through. The second they did that, I had no doubt I was going to win. Or we were looking good already, but I felt like they may have wanted to shield that up. Going back in with the Azumarill, and I think the reason why is because, well, we still have the Venusaur with energy, and they were thinking about that in the back of their mind. And there's that shield that they wanted to use. And now what do? I think we shield this up because we just need to take this thing out. And then we can, you know, do whatever we need to do. Now, the reason why I didn't throw is because, watch, we're just going to be able to bubble down. I mean, technically I could have, but then the Skarmory could have farmed to some degree. So we're just going to bubble down and get to the Ice Beam on the Skarmory and take the win. We don't even really have to hit the bubbles here. We just need to ensure we take them out before they hit a charge move. I know they didn't have another Brave Bird, but, you know, better safe than sorry. On to our next opponent, Bastodon. Now, we've seen this before. This is a fine matchup for Venusaur in the 2-shield situation here. Doing a lot of damage with that Smackdown. But our energy gain is so quick, we're going to be able to easily outpace them with the massive hitting Frenzy Plant from the Shadow. We're going to be looking good here. So they're letting that first one go through, expecting a shield now, of course, because that would have obviously KO'd. They don't want to go down with all that energy. Put on shield pressure themselves with a Flamethrower. Still staying in this fight here. Are they going to double shield their Bastodon? If they do, then please, please do. They're letting it go. Okay, sounds good. What do they have for me? A victory bell. Oh boy, things just got a little bit nervous, guys. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with Sableye. We definitely cannot go in here with Azumarill. We're using our shield on the Leaf Blade, so that's a good call. At least it wasn't an acid spray, because that would have been a horrible waste. So going for our own foul play. They're still holding on to their shield. They have a Talonflame in the back. They did not know we had an Azumarill, and we're going to go ahead and go in here with it and just start hitting these Ice Beams here. And this is going to get a little close because Talonflame is going to be able to do some massive damage. But if it does go for Brave Bird, it is going to lower its defense. So it has to think about that. Going for a Flame Charge. Throwing in the Sableye here to absorb the charge move here. Sorry, buddy. You did what you needed to do. Really appreciate your work. Down it goes. In comes Azumarill, and we're going to be able to take the win. If you did enjoy this video, folks, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out quite a bit. And I'll be catching you all in my next video. Take care, trainers.